and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing.
Hey, jingity jing, it's Dominic the donkey. Jingity jing, the Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. Santa's got a little friend, his name is Dominic. The cutest little donkey, you never see him kick.
My name is Keith Foskey, and I've been your Calvinist. May God bless you.
Because the reindeer cannot climb the hills of Italy. Hey, jingity jing, it's Dominic the donkey. Jingity jing, the Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la.
Exploring theology, doctrine, and all of the fascinating subjects in between, broadcasting from an undisclosed location, Dead Men Walking starts now.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to an episode of Dead Men Walking Podcast. But is it really an episode of Dead Men Walking Podcast? No, I think it's a three-way episode, Christmas special live stream. Let's go. Yay! Here we are. Who do I got with me on the live stream? I've got Keith Foskey. I've got Claude Ramsey. What's going on, brothers?
Well, hello.
I got Boba Fett, and I've got an elf that they got fired, it looks like.
Oh, hey, yeah. Got my legs.
So every year here, I do a Christmas live stream or special on Dead Men Walking Podcast. But this year, we are sharing the live stream because I have Claude Ramsey from Here I Stand Theology Podcast. I have Keith Foskey from Conversations with a Calvinist, your Calvinist on Twitter, where he likes to make those funny videos that you know so much about. Now, granted, we've got a U of M fan and we've got a Roll Tide fan here today. Keith, I don't know where you land, but, it might get tense between Claude and I. But we're going to put that aside because we are brothers in the Lord. This is the Baptist-TERIAN Christmas special. That's right. I'm outnumbered 2-1. But we're going to have guests stopping in all hour for you guys on the live stream. From 1 o'clock to 2:15, every 10 minutes or so, someone's going to pop in. Here's the fun part, is Keith and Claude don't know who they are. They don't know who the guests are, so it'll be a fun reaction from them. We'll get to talk. We're going to talk bad Christmas presents, crazy Christmas experiences, and just have a good time fellowship in the Lord. So what's going on, brothers?
I'm doing good. I see Eric out there. Hey, Eric, how you doing, my friend? Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and you know it.
Exactly. And we've got Brandon. Bro, what did I just click on?
You just said, bro, what did I just click on? That's right. What did you just click on, Brandon?
Merry Christmas, bro.
Southwife says, oh, that's scary.
Yeah. And also, for those users that are saying, boom, we don't know who you are, if you would, go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Give StreamYard permission to use your info so that we know who you are, and we can give you credit if you say anything funny.
Oh, look at this. This guy's like a professional producer now, Keith. We're going to have to start paying him or something.
I need him to come and help me out. I'm doing some changes to my podcast at the first of the year. I need some advice.
I mean, look at the background. We've got the live background, the video in the beginning. He's got the cameras all set up. I love it, man. Thanks for doing that, Claude.
Hey, you're welcome.
I just want to make mention that I contributed absolutely nothing to this except for this hat.
I know, me too.
But the hat makes it worth it.
That's right. So what's going on? Are we ready for Christmas or what?
Not at all. Our family's been sick for 2 weeks, so all the fun, and I know that's not funny, but it is the reality. We've just had flu go through our house for 2 weeks, so we have had no time to do anything Christmassy. So it's been really rough.
Sorry
I know, boo.
That.
Yeah, I know.
Man,
let me bring the tone down. Yeah, no, but we're bringing it back this week. We're going to have a Festivus celebration this Saturday. We have some folks coming over, and if you don't know what Festivus is a celebration based on the television show Seinfeld, and we are going to have a aluminum pole because you don't have a Christmas tree because tinsel's distracting. We're going to have feats of strength, which are actually arm wrestling competitions, and we are going to have an airing of grievances where everybody tells other people how they have disappointed you this year. That's happening.
I got a lot of problem with you people.
That's right. December 23rd at my house. And we got some folks coming.
If you are truly doing that, that is
no, it
awesome.
is. That's a real thing.
That's awesome.
In fact, one of the ladies coming had never seen the show, so I made her watch it just so she could have fun with it.
Oh, so you're doing this with your some church congregants and members?
It's some friends from church, and my brother, who is he's kind of crazy. So we were supposed to have a Christmas vacation party, but the sickness killed that one. But we were gonna give away Jelly of the Month Club subscriptions. We were gonna do all kinds of fun stuff for a Christmas vacation celebration.
You know, I'm sitting here in between two pastors. I have to say, probably to keep a healthy church, it is good to have an airing of grievances once a year with the church congregants.
That's exactly. I got a lot of problems. You keep things out in the open, right?
That's right. No hidden sin. Come on now.
Hey, Greg, James Mormon asked the question: are Baltic coastals invited too? Or I don't know if that's to you or Keith.
I don't even know what that means. Why does James Mormon think I have a vocabulary? What is a Baltic coastal?
He's trying to say Baptist-Costal. I think he spelled it wrong.
I was like, okay, is this guy with Eastern European descent and he lives in Maine? What's going on here? Is it Baltic coastal?
Baptist-Costal is a person who believes in speaking in tongues and once saved, always saved.
Oh,
that's what it is. If you believe in both of those, you're Baptist-Costal.
Yeah, that's it's always funny because I've always said I grew up in a non-denominational church, but then when I look back on it, it was Baptist. All non-denominational churches basically just steal Baptist creeds and go, yeah, we're non-denominational. But you just don't want to pay the fees, huh? You cheapo.
Festivus is a Mario. Oh no, Mario. He said Festivus is a pagan holiday. Well, no, what we did was we reappropriated it. We went ahead and took it.
Well, so shouldn't there be a Santa Claus doll on top of the Festivus pole?
Well, it's a little awkward if you no.
So, hey, Keith, real quick. So you just did an episode on Is Christmas a Pagan Holiday, didn't you? Over at Conversations with the Calvinist. It was very interesting. Give us a recap of that. Give us a little 2-minute. Well, what did you guys talk about? Because that's an interesting topic.
All right, so we dealt with 4 things. One was the dating of Jesus's birth at December 25th. A lot of people believe that's connected to pagan gods who were born on December 25th. That's a heaping, steaming pile of reindeer feces. That's not true. December 25th has nothing to do with pagan beliefs. It had to do with the belief of the dating of the Annunciation, which was the when Mary received her statement from the angel that she was going to have a baby. That's what the early church fathers weren't concerned with pagans. They were concerned with actually getting it right. And whether or not they got it right, we don't know, but it has nothing to do with that. So that's number one. The second thing we dealt with was Santa Claus. We had a little debate about whether or not it's right to lie to your children. I don't believe pretend play is lying. So we had a conversation about that. And I know people disagree with me on that, but we had fun with that. We talked about Christmas trees. Jeremiah 10 is not about Christmas trees. I promise you, it's about making idols. And that's what we talked about. And then the last one was about gift giving. I said, every culture and everywhere throughout history has given gifts. It's not pagan. It just is something people do. Jesus said a good father gives good gifts to his children. So there's nothing wrong with gift giving. So that was our 4 things. And we demonstrated that people who are concerned with Christmas being pagan are just a little too uptight.
Hoo-ah!
Agreed.
By the way, I want to mention the guys over at the Laborers Podcast, which is Claude and I are connected with them. I'm currently stroking my beard with my beard brush that was sent to me. At least I think it's a beard brush. Okay, you got the same one? Rob sent you one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, guys, also Dave Hassenbrock said non-denoms are just cooler Baptists.
That may be true. That may be true.
That may be true.
Yeah. Well, we're
Hey,
technically
because if you're going to be non-denominational, our friend Keith Foskey says you're going to be cooler.
yeah. Well, if you love Jesus, you're going to be non-denominational and have a feeding trough as your baptistry.
I was baptized, or no, was I? No, one of my kids when 13 years ago was baptized in a what is it? Not Trader Joe's. What's the Tractor Supply?
Yeah.
Feeding thing. You know what I mean? It's like
That's
where you
what
put
it's for.
the water in the hang. Yeah, it's baptismal now.
Yeah. Everybody at my church wants to get baptized in the ocean. And the last time I went to baptize a guy in the ocean, I wasn't deep enough, and I went to take him down, and he didn't go under, so I had to like choke slam him on the second turn. His feet stuck up. He went head backwards, feet stuck up. It was awesome.
Going full Todd Bentley on us, brother.
That's right. That's right.
Choke slam.
You're going to be
the Holy Ghost.
Unlike Greg's church, you're going to get immersed at my church, baby. We don't put water just here. We put water here and everywhere.
That's
John
exactly
Jones
right.
said. Hey, John Jones said non-denominational means you have a Baptist church, but with drums.
Yeah, so that's Big John from Real Talk with Big John. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Hey, here's Robert, and here's Robert Knapp, as a matter of fact.
Yep, and that's the yep. Hi, Robert.
Hey,
Was
Rob.
that the beard brushes?
Yep.
Yeah. So who's a character on Adam's Family?
Isn't he a character on Adam's Family? Who's that?
Who's he asking about? Yeah, that was it.
The Labor Podcast beard brush. I need to get me one of those. How do I not have? I mean, look at us. We all got these beautiful beards. I need one of those.
That's right, Rob. Let's get Greg one of these, and I will foot the bill for it. Send it to him, and
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. Come on.
No, it's a Christmas present. Plus, I'm
all
on the
right.
hook now.
All right.
Real quick, hold on. I want to do something. Hold on.
Okay, we're waiting.
I just did a screenshot. I'm going to put on
Did you
Twitter.
just fart? What were you doing?
No,
You made a weird face and it went silent.
I did a
there?
screenshot so that I could post this on Twitter and ask who has the better beard.
Oh, good Lord. You got to have a beard.
Look at the lines here, folks. Look at the lines.
You got the gray and the black going perfect, man. I mean, you look like you're making out with a skunk, but other than that, it looks great.
Hey, one of the best compliments, which I don't know if it was offhanded or not, that I've ever received was at Fight Laugh Feast 2 years ago here in Knoxville. Do you remember the Reformed Dissenters were right beside of us?
Yep.
So their mom told me I was like a stepped up Phil Robertson.
Stepped up. All right.
Well, you're definitely Phil Robertson with better theology, if I can say that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. Church of Christ got them some problems.
Oh man, that's funny. So, what kind of Christmas horror stories do we have, or great Christmas stories, or good gifts, bad gifts? We were going to talk about that a little bit, but obviously, if people popping in, the conversation will go where it goes. But you guys ever get? Oh, someone coming in?
Yeah, we got to pop in. Hang on just a moment. Hey!
Oh, yes!
Best preacher in the world.
Goodness. It's the Sheen it's the Sheen version of Owen Strahan. He's here.
Blue Steel.
He is the I want to
I was just saying, I tell you guys now, if he grows a beard, we're all losing, right? You know that. So thank God he's hairless on the face there. We have a chance.
Yeah, he's a beautiful man. I'm gonna tell you something.
So it's like a George Seinfeld with an unblemished record of heterosexuality.
We've got another pop in. You want me to go ahead and bring him in?
Oh, geez. Okay, I didn't know we had two at this time. Hey, it's coming in.
Hey!
Oh, it's A.D. Robles. What's going on?
Hello there.
So we just had Pastor Kevin Hay pop in. I just got some Presbyterian backup with A.D. Robles. A.D., I don't know if you know Claude Ramsey from Here I Stand, Keith Foskey from Your Calvinist. We're just talking Christmas stuff, man. Happy to have you in.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. It's a real party.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
So it is.
It's a very Baptist-TERIAN Christmas special.
That's right. So, Kevin, why don't you tell all the listeners a little bit about yourself? Give us a little 30-second bio so they know you.
Yeah, cool. Kevin Hay, pastor at Redeemer Bible Church in Gilbert, Arizona. Been here since June. Married to my wife, Alicia, 17 years, and we have 8 kids. So that's us.
Oh, awesome. AD, shout yourself out. What's going on?
Oh yeah, I'm a big YouTuber, big YouTuber. Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. I tweet on Twitter quite a few times. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, if you hear of something that gets to like the Gospel Coalition or gets to the front page of Christianity Today, usually you're seeing one of AD's tweets intertwined somehow.
Yeah, that's true.
He has his pulse on the heartbeat of Twitter X.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I also I want to plug this. This is my new series. I do Thinking Winsomely, a Chat TGC podcast. And what I do is I go to Chat GPT and I prompt them to write, something stupid in the style of Gospel Coalition. And it just nails it every single time. It's unbelievable. It's really funny. You should check it out.
All right. So right before you guys popped in, we were talking about worst Christmas presents ever. Did any of you guys got a worst Christmas present? One you just go, oh, man, that was rough, or that was a bad one. I'll throw it out to anyone.
Yeah, I'll go first. I came prepared for this. So
that's a good Baptist does.
That's right. Always prepared. No, my brother-in-law historically has been the one to give me the worst Christmas presents ever. And I'm a book lover, so he got me a book. But you guys may know the name Ted Haggard. Remember that name? So Ted Haggard apparently wrote books, plural, but in particular, this book was the one given to me one Christmas from my brother-in-law. And the book, if you can see it, it's Dog Training, Fly Fishing, and Sharing Christ in the 21st Century. Wait for it. Empowering your church to build community through shared interests. So thinking about Ted Haggard, you know why that's such a bad Christmas present. So
oh, that's good. Yeah, build a church through fishing. All right. You know what's crazy? I feel like the 90s was littered with those books books and Bibles where they would just do them themed, like the Fisherman's Devotional, the Hunter's Bible. They would just pick a hobby someone had and then try to sell a book or even like a Bible out of it. And I'm like, what's a Hunter's Bible? It's camo. Come on. I don't know. I
Organizing the church in the attempt to try to bring masculinity in with something other than just the truth of God's word. So
yeah, very true. How about you, Claude? You get something at Christmas that you're just like, ugh.
I'm on a public platform, so I'm going to say no. Everything I've ever received has been fantastic.
You are the
wonderful.
I like it.
Actually, guys, I'm going to be the guy that says this. I can't complain. My family's super thoughtful. My wife, her parents, they put so much thought and effort into gifts. I cannot complain.
I thought you were going to say that hat and sweatshirt. Roll Tide? Come on.
Yeah.
Alabama?
Just in case there's any misunderstanding, Roll Tide.
All right, we'll see how you do against J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah. As a Buckeye fan, I can't say much, so I'm just going to be quiet.
Okay.
I can hear. What was that noise?
I'm just booing.
Oh.
Is it coming across over there or no?
No,
it's not. Very soft. Very soft.
Oh, well, that's no good.
Yeah.
Well, that goes on all my drops. Okay. What about you, Keith? Was it the hat? Is it the hat you're wearing? Was that your worst Christmas present ever?
Let me tell you something. I bought myself this hat, and don't give me any crap. All right.
I would not admit that.
Somebody's about to get their mouth busted at the Christmas Baptist-TERIAN Christmas special.
That's right.
That's right. I choke slam all my enemies.
I do. Oh, go ahead.
No, good. No, you go.
No, I was just saying, I do remember when I was younger, we had my father's mother, my grandmother on my father's side. We grew up very, very poor, and she had some money, and she was Grandma Goody, and she would always get those big gifts, the bikes and the things that you thought were out of reach. She would come through with it every year, just overdid it for all of the grandkids. and always making sure it had to be fair. And, everyone got big gifts and all this stuff. And one year for a side gift, for like just a little, she already got the big gift. She got us all these, they were called Christmas blocks. And it was just a plastic rectangle, and you pack the snow in it, and then you make like an igloo out of it. And I remember us bratty little kids just making fun of those things for the whole entire day. We're at the Christmas party, not looking at the hundreds and hundreds of dollars of gifts that she got us. We picked out this, we go, a plastic block, Meanwhile, I've got a $300 mountain bike, which back in 89 was with inflation, it's $1,000 bike, but we're making fun of these blocks. And to this day, poor grandma, man, she's 80 in her mid 80s. Love her to death. Just saw her a couple days ago. And I remember you got those Christmas blocks. She's like, oh, you be quiet. The one time she got us something that was I just never seen that before or since. I mean, I guess they do have them, but it's essentially a plastic rectangle with a little handle on it.
Yeah.
And the label made it look like the kids are having so much fun, man. They're building these huge Eskimo igloos, and then you go out to try it, and unless the snow is full of water and actually packs, it's just making mounds of snow. I don't know. But other than that, I'm with you, Claude. I'm very appreciative every year. As men, too, as fathers, as men, I've seen a lot of people talking about it more this year than last, but my joy comes in being able to provide for my family, for my wife, to see the joy on their face. I could care less, really, what I get at Christmas. And plus, let's be honest, we all do well. We probably all go ahead and get what we need anyway throughout the year,
Yeah.
And up to an age to where I like socks. Hey, give me that. Who can't use more socks, dude? Let's go. As long as they're the ones I like. Yeah. Socks and boxer briefs. Let's go. Let's get too personal for you guys. Sorry.
No.
I mean, I don't wear those. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's amazing how things change. When you're a kid, you're just like, socks and underwear, what? And now it's like, come on, bring on the socks and underwear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is the only time of the year I have clean underwear.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, no.
I rarely buy clothes, so I only get them for gifts.
Okay, so what? You don't do your own clothes shopping, AD? What do you? I mean, you're not a big clothes guy.
I was just thinking about this just the other day, and I had a shirt on, and I looked over to my left, and there's a picture of me in Ethiopia at a mission trip or whatever, and I'm wearing the same shirt. That was like 10 years ago, Like I buy clothes, but I keep it forever.
Yeah. Hey, I like it. Frugal. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if it's not broke, don't fix it. If it's not stained, don't throw it out. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was going to actually be mine. You mentioned bad gifts, and it's not bad gifts because, again, like you guys, I love the fact that people even think about me, give me gifts, but people give me clothes, and I am not the easiest. I'm a larger man, and so when somebody goes, oh well, this will fit you. It looks like it'll fit you, and I'm like, no, it don't.
It's not even close.
My mom will get me shirts that I got to wear over other shirts because they don't close, but I still got to wear it because my mama bought it. So if you ever see me wearing a shirt over a shirt, just know that I live in Florida. I'm hot, but I'm trying to make my mom happy. That's it just won't button, and the little hairs in my chest will stick through, and it'd be like that.
I've never gotten a bad gift because I managed to dodge bad gifts. Like actually this year, I've got a buddy who has season tickets to the Jets, and he's like, hey man, do you want to take the Christmas Eve game? You take your son. I was like, that sounds like a curse. And I'm the way things are going with the Jets. I mean, that was a dodge bullet right there.
You might have helped them just by going. I don't know.
Right, that's true. Now, that would have been my gift to you. I'll take your tickets. You don't have to go.
Yeah. Hey, Heps Addison just jumped on and said, my parents rewrapped our own toys and gave them back to us.
See, that's genius.
I'm stealing that, dude.
My kids don't know half of what they have anyway. That's actually
I could get away with that.
Hey, there's my buddy Chris Hanshold on. Hey, Chris. Good to see you, buddy. That's my own personal Captain America right there. If you don't know who Chris Hanshold is, he does live appearances dressed as Captain America. He won't do my podcast dressed that way though, and that really bothers me.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay. Hey, last minute Christmas idea for
exactly.
you.
Oh man! So what do you guys, Kevin and AD? What do you guys got going on for this Christmas? Anything good?
Yeah. I'm staying home for actual Christmas, and then I'm going to my mother's house in West Virginia for New Year's and stuff like that. So it'll be good, man. I've got some big surprises for the kids this year too. They have no clue. I can't say it now because they might be listening.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun, man.
Yeah, I sent our live stream link to your kids.
Well, they might be on the other side of the door.
Okay.
That's funny.
How about you, Kev?
Yeah, so being in Arizona, things are going to be different for us this year, obviously being 2,000 miles away from Ohio. But we'll do the 8 services this coming weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. And then
my man went Big Eva on me. Yeah, 8 and at 27 different locations at our Big Eva multiplex and mini mall.
Yeah, exactly. We got people flying in from the ceiling, angels heard on high. It's going to be crazy. In reality, each service is like 300 to 400 people because the campus is just of such a size. We've got about 2,000 people that come through, but you get lots of visitors on Christmas. So that's the reason for extra services. Typically it's 5, 2 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. But anyway, we'll do the services, celebrate Christmas together on Monday, and then we'll hit the road on Tuesday and head back to Ohio for a bit. So I won't be far from AD there visiting his family, and we'll stay through the new year, and then we'll experience Ohio cold weather, and we'll be back to the beautiful weather of Arizona. So yeah.
What part of Ohio are you going to?
So the southernmost part, it's about 2.5 hours east of Cincinnati, little town called Minford there, really close to the river. So yeah.
My dad lives in Beaverly, Ohio. It's pretty close.
Yeah, 30 minutes from there, same county. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right on.
Small world.
It is. AD, you said you had some surprises for your kids. Does that mean you're going to be surprised on Christmas too, or you're...
No. I know what's going on.
You know what's going on.
I know everything.
Yeah. His wife bought all the gifts.
Yeah,
of course he's going to be surprised. He don't know what the heck he bought his kids. What are you talking about? Oh man, my kids come up to me. Thanks, Dad, for that. And I go, oh yeah, sure.
Yes, right on.
Yeah. I was absolutely not there when my wife bought that. When Mom bought that. No.
Yes.
So we do Christmas shopping together. It's fun. It's fun to get stuff for the kids. I'm the one who actually, my wife reels me in. I get a little too into it. Yeah. I go, just a couple more. Let's. And she's like, no. She goes, where we came from as kids, this is insanity. Okay, so we curbed it back a little bit this year.
Every year we try to do this thing where somebody gave us this idea where, like, something to wear, something to read, something to that they want, and something that they need, right? Like, there's just this thing. So like, it's 4 gifts for each kid. And we have 6 kids, so that's still a lot of gifts, but it's never works out that way. Cause I always see something and I'm like, oh, I want them to have that. And it doesn't fit into those 4 categories. So I end up having to, and then I got to get all of them something. Because I got the, I mean, I'm not a communist, but I do make sure that all my kids get a fair amount of gifts.
Semi-equal,
yeah.
Equal distribution of gifts and labor for all the kids.
Yeah.
He owns the means of gifts and labor. Okay. Oh, do you guys have any strange traditions you do, or unique traditions you do with your family for Christmas?
No.
Maybe on Christmas Day or something like that. I know we read through Luke. My mom started this when I was younger. This is so funny, and she's probably gonna. Okay, I can't believe I'm telling you this, but when we were younger, we would sing "Happy Birthday" to Jesus.
Nice.
So we've done that a few times with our kids, just because Mimi, my mom, Grandma does it, and I always just went. It's probably if I tell people, they go, "What? Why are you singing?"
You get a birthday cake too, and all that.
No.
My wife's family did the birthday cake for Jesus.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're not too far gone, man.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Not that uncommon, I guess.
AD in his eyes, he just lost respect for both me and Keith so fast, dude. He's like, I cannot wait to jump off of this live stream with these 2 psychos singing "Happy Birthday"
I was gonna say,
and eating cake for Jesus.
You said lost respect. I don't know where I was on that chain, but he probably didn't come down too far for me. I work really hard.
I don't need an excuse to eat cake, is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So let's go.
True. I work really hard to stay right at the bottom rung of anyone's respect level. That way I'm never disappointing.
There you go.
Disappoint anyone.
Low expectations, baby.
Right there.
I mean, that's sales 101, right? Under promise, over deliver, baby.
You're a hero every day.
That was at my wedding vows.
Under promise, over deliver. Do you swear to under promise and over deliver to your bride?
Every day.
I do. Every dang day.
Oh my!
I'm gonna cry.
Claude, you got any special things you guys do for Christmas Day or around Christmas time as a family?
Around Christmas time as a family, our primary thing really is with April's family. Her family has generations and generations where they have just every Christmas the whole family gets together. The patriarch of the family reads the Christmas story. We sing songs. There's a lot of times testimonies, sometimes preaching. I mean, it's church. It's a blessing to be in a family like that.
Do you go back and rebaptize everyone in case the first one wasn't a true confession of faith, just to make sure? Or?
No.
Oh,
we
okay.
don't
I was wondering how that worked.
Can I?
I don't know. You Baptist? I don't know.
So no. The key is to make sure the first baptism sticks, right?
Okay, all right.
Let them know what it means to be buried with Christ in the water.
Well, that's why I hold them under until they bubble. That's what you got to do. You got to hold them until they start kicking, and then it's right.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we've got another pop in. Here we go. Let me hit a button.
Holy
my
cow!
goodness.
Andrew Rappaport.
How you guys doing?
How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good, guys. Andrew Rappaport just jumped on the live stream. Kevin, AD, you guys are more than welcome to stick around. But if you do have somewhere to go, we won't be mad if you pop off too. But if you want to stick around for the conversation, we got people coming in and out all hour.
Well,
Andrew, what's up, brother?
I know that those guys want to leave now that I'm here. I get it.
No way, man.
AD still hasn't returned my call, man. What's up?
Oh, we've got beef on the live stream. Let's go.
Awkward moments.
I'll call you back.
He said, "I'll call you back."
So what's with all this Christmas stuff?
Well, I know you're Jewish, but I thought you were Christian though too, right?
Okay.
You are aware of this thing called Christianity, the birth of Christ.
So here's the thing. Everybody, since I became a Christian and started going to church, people would tell me that I needed to have a Christmas tree. And I always ask them one simple question. Give me one good reason why I need a Christmas tree other than the fact that you grew up with one. And that pretty much silences everyone. I think you all need menorahs, 8 days, candle lighting, singing in Hebrew. Go for it.
I think what
Happy
you need.
Birthday Jesus song. Who wants to start? We need to oxygenate our brother here.
No. I think you need a Grinch outfit is what you need, Andrew. We all grew up with presents too. Doesn't mean we need those, but come on.
I think this podcast is restricted. Never mind. I was going to make a Caddyshack reference. I think I'll leave that out.
Okay.
I won't get that.
Yeah,
I don't get pop culture.
I know.
Well, look, I was just telling the guys that we had a weird tradition growing up. My mom would have us sing "Happy Birthday" to Jesus on Christmas Day.
Hey, I
gotta do that too. It's not just the tree. You also have to do that.
I did that. I thought we shared that last night or yesterday at church. I would do that with the kids. I wasn't into the tree, so we didn't have a tree. I don't think we had a tree until maybe 10 years ago. My wife decided to get a Christmas tree for the kids, and I'm like, they're teenagers.
Do you get the cake though? Do you have a birthday cake?
No, my wife doesn't let me eat cake. What are you talking about?
Okay, real quick side topic. What is everybody's favorite Christmas dessert? What is your favorite? And Andrew, since you just popped in, what's your favorite? Do you guys do like a Christmas dinner? I know you don't want Christmas trees, but do you at least eat?
Okay, so
his wife's got him on rice and beans right now, dude.
Have you ever had a Little Debbie Christmas tree cake?
Let me tell you something. Somebody bought me a candle that smells like a Little Debbie Christmas tree cake.
Oh my God.
Do they think? I mean,
Keith, stop, dude! Stop digging! Stop digging, dude! You just said you have a candle that smells like Little Christmas Debbie cakes, dude. Tell me you're fat without saying you're fat, please. What is going on?
It's in my bedroom. Can't go get it. I have a picture. Can I post a picture?
Yeah,
you're talking about candles in your bedroom, little Debbie cakes in it.
Hey, I know how to set
ambiance.
Listen, I know how to set a mood. Let me tell you something. That's it.
Oh my gosh,
that exists.
I am saddened and impressed at the same time, Keith.
I didn't buy it. It was given to me.
Okay.
I just cherish it. I didn't buy it.
I just kept it, use it, and cherish it.
I did take a picture with the blurry background. The portrait picture.
He just takes a whiff of it every night before bed. First thing when he gets up in the morning.
Oh, hey, smells don't have calories, baby.
Those are free.
So what's your favorite? Getting back to what he said, what's your favorite treat?
Yeah, so we don't food. Yeah, we're going to be making homemade sushi. That's what we're going to be doing. We don't really do desserts, but we usually will do like my wife is from Hong Kong, so we'll do like dumplings. Because it's really hard to do dumplings or egg rolls, wontons. So we'll sushi. But if you're all doing it, we all do it together. Everyone gets together, does it together, and then we all eat. Now, granted, I admit I do the cutting of the sushi because I cut it. One that doesn't look right. One for the plate, one for me, one for the plate, one for me.
Yeah.
So by the time we're done making the sushi, I'm full.
There's a little Jewishness in there, though, because don't Jews go to Chinese on Christmas? It's just like a combination.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, and I remember in the nativity scene that desert sushi that was at the manger. So yeah. What the heck?
Old frankincense and sushi. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, right?
The Baptist-TERIAN Christmas special, the least PC show on earth.
Yeah. Well, for what? For Thanksgiving, we made dumplings and homemade pizza. I mean, that's very traditional.
There you go.
That's exactly what the Chinese had for Thanksgiving.
I went to a Chinese restaurant yesterday. I picked up some food. My wife wasn't feeling well. It's her favorite place in Toledo, Ohio. And they're great. It's all family ran. Many of them speak broken English, but they had a sign out front and said, "Now open on Christmas, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m." And then the Star of David just drawn underneath. So what AD said is exactly right. They're going for that clientele on Christmas. They're like, "You got a little Jewish shit? Come on in. We're open for 12 hours on Christmas."
They know the clientele.
That's what I mean. It was handwritten too, dude. It was awesome.
Just said, "Hey."
Yeah.
That's Brandon?
Eschatology Matters.
Yep, that's Brandon. Nice. Probably Brandon. Eschatology Matters. Those guys have been keeping me in business. They've been keeping me busy. I'm doing my debate with Spencer next month on their channel.
What are you doing it on?
The rapture. Spencer Smith and I are debating the pre-tribulation rapture. He's taking the pre-tribulation rapture, and I'm taking the biblical position.
So you're pre-millennial. Okay.
No. No, I read my Bible.
Not correctly though, but that's okay.
Argument, Greg. Won't most of us be all together in February?
Yes, we will.
I think most of us on the screen outside of AD. Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward.
Well, AD needs to come. He needs to come.
Right.
Come on. Where's it at? Tallahassee?
Oklahoma.
No, it's Oklahoma.
Tullahoma, Tennessee. We're doing a conference down there. James White going to be doing a debate. They're doing a film, Why Calvinism. Well, the conference is on Why Calvinism. Also putting together a documentary that's going to be filmed down there. Should be a good time. Our last one, we had about 70 people. This one, he's already sold, I think, 400 tickets. So it's grown by leaps and bounds. Jeff Rice, Open Air Theology, is putting it on down there with who they have, Hap Addison and Braden Patterson. It was a good time, man. And Andrew, tell them what you reserved for everyone, Andrew. What you reserved. You reserved the space.
Yeah. So for those who were there last year, we and if you want to search for it, just search for Open Air Theology Conference. But if those who were there last year, if you remember, we had breakfast up at that one Kettle Cup or Celtic Cup. Yeah. We got the upstairs room reserved for a good theology throwdown Friday morning before we go to the conference. Right on. So I told Jeff, we can't go to dinner and hash out all the theology throwdown. Yeah, we have to have some things saved for the Friday morning.
Yeah, they got this upstairs room in this Celtic coffee house, and it's just a cool setting, and it's very conducive to some nice discussions. And
Like
we'll
the
hopefully be
rabbit
recording
room,
and audio and video there. What's that, Kevin?
This is like the rabbit room. We were like the Inklings up there. Just
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, but mid-February, AD, you should come on down, man. Hang out.
I've got a lot going on, but I'll message me.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. I'll call you back.
Very interesting.
He said I'll call you back on the. Yeah, you call me back like you call Rappaport back. All right.
So this, I'm starting to wonder, does Keith talk about anything other than end times lately? Like,
You know what?
Shots fired.
You know
is
what?
that what that crown he's got on? That's really his amillennial king crown.
Well, he's the amillennial king. I mean,
He is the king of the amillennials.
oh gosh.
Listen, as I explained, eschatology wasn't even on my radar. Eschatology Matters had me on simply because I said something about amillennialism, and they were so nice to have me on to talk about the fact that I'm amill. And after that, they did a poll, and they put me, Kim Riddlebarger, Sam Storms, and Dr. Groff on, and they said, who's your favorite amillennialist? And I said, I shouldn't even be on this list.
That's
I don't even deserve to be on this list. And I won 90% because Twitter is amazing. And so I went, so I put on my crown, which my kids had brought home from Burger King, and then I got a real crown to go over it. So this is a Burger King crown.
So the amillennial king. All right.
I am now the king of the amillennialists. And I have had a conversation with Kim Riddlebarger, and that was amazing because I don't deserve that. I don't deserve to sit in the same room with him. So.
Now, I heard right after you won King Amillennialism, you went right out and had one of your servants purchase a Nutter Butter candle. Is that true?
No, but I did get a tattoo of Little Debbie on my ankle. I can't get my leg up. I can't get my leg up that high. But and just remind everybody, it's Little Debbie, not Lil Debbie. It's
is it little?
Yeah, it's little. It's not Lil Debbie.
There you go. Yeah, Haps Addison, Big Brothers for Life at the last conference.
For sure.
Good to have you, Haps. Yeah.
You got to be careful with the Southern, the way you say things in Southern. I learned yesterday that, idolatry and idolatry sounds the same in Southern. So I'm going to make a video about that.
What's that?
So if you see
what did you say about idolatry?
So if you see like a Buddhist statue inside of idolatry, that's idolatry and idolatry. Yeah. It's really funny.
Just let's have Bud say both and see how it sounds.
I'm
going to go back to my Christmas.
Guys, I'm out of here.
All right, AD, thanks for jumping in, brother.
Appreciate it.
Shout it out again. Where can people find you?
Get on YouTube, AD Robles, and on Twitter as well.
There you go. That's my boy, AD.
Except my friend request.
Except my friend request. Please.
He's too cool to be with us.
Hey, I got to drop too. I got to run my my grandson that is 11 months old is at the house, so I got to rush over and go see him. So,
Andrew, shout it out. Where can people find you? Where are you talking? Where's your podcast? All the good stuff. Website?
If you want to find me, it's strivingforeternity.org. From there, you can find the Christian podcast community where we got 50 podcasts. And my podcasts that I do regularly are Andrew Rappaport's Rap Report. We talk about theology, Christian life. And then Apologetics Live is a live stream we do Thursday nights, 8 to 10 Eastern time, where anyone can ask me their most difficult questions, and I can answer them because I don't know is a perfectly good answer. But you just go to apologeticslive.com for that.
Awesome. All right.
And just remember, you guys all need a menorah. Forget this Christmas tree thing, okay?
Trying to start internet rumors, bro.
See you, man.
Christmas.
Love you, Andrew.
All right.
See ya. Oh, man. All right, Kevin. So what do you got going on?
I am knee deep in dissertation writing, so I've got to get my dissertation finished up for TMS for my Doctor of Ministry and Expository Preaching. That is due January the 15th, so that I can graduate in May. So
what's your dissertation on?
Yeah, so I did my preaching project was Hebrews 13 verses 7 through 21 on the relationship between pastors and their flock. Under the chief shepherd to whom we will one day give an account. And so just kind of looking through the imperatives of that passage and both on the side of pastors and the members, and the responsibility that's built within that relationship. So yeah, it was a great series, and I've had a lot of fun writing it, but it's a lot of writing, obviously, and academic writing is a whole lot different than writing blog articles and all that good stuff. So yeah, every waking hour has been spent doing that. So this was a good reprieve, good opportunity to enjoy some time with you guys.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out, man. And I'm sure we're all going to see each other in February too, which is going to be cool. I'm glad to see you guys again in person.
Yeah, looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
But feel free if you want to still hang out for a little bit. I think we got someone coming on in a few minutes, but feel free to hang out. If you got to go, you can too.
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and bounce so I can get back to writing. But I want to thank you guys for having me on. Looking forward to seeing you guys here in just a couple of months.
Awesome.
Excellent.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Good to see you, Kevin. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. So, Claude, what do you got going on over there? What are you working on right now? Are you on Christmas break? Now, do pastors get a Christmas break? I don't think so. You guys,
pastors don't get breaks. Let me switch this back too. Let me switch you back where you need to be. There you go. So no, what I'm working on right now actually is I'm going to be teaching a class starting in January. Basically, it's a summation of the book, The Art of William Perkins' work, The Art of Prophesying. Paps Addison has started a project called Passing the Torch, and it's to disciple and train up young men in the faith. Because really what he's seen in his own words was basically this, that there's a lot of young internet theologians, and they just kind of get carried away. My terminology is plain. They get too big for their britches, right? They act outside what they should be acting. They need to learn to be disciplined and, controlled in their communications, not be arrogant. So we'll be teaching on the art of prophesying and the call to ministry, January 4th. Go ahead,
And
Keith.
Claude's going to bring the discipline. He's going to bring the rod of correction.
No, not that.
No.
Instruction is all it's going to be.
Well, you asked about pastors getting a break. I want to praise the Lord. One of my elders actually is preaching for me this coming Sunday on Christmas Eve Sunday. So my week is a little more relaxed this week because awesome. Brother Mike Collier is going to be preaching from Zechariah 14, and he's going to be showing the amillennial view of Zechariah 14 for my dispensational friends. But he's going to be talking about the prophecies there of the coming of Christ. And anyway, so I got a little bit of freedom this week. Last 2 weeks have been rough, but now I'm having some fun. I'm playing with you guys. I'm like in the playground. We're in the playground making fun of people. It's working out.
It's great. Eh?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. No, I've always thought about that too. For especially pastors, I feel like that last quarter, that October, November, December is just, you've usually got more people coming to church or visiting. You've got extra programs. You're probably preaching more, and it's like supposed to be a family time. But then, as a pastor, I would feel, and I'm not a pastor, and I respect the position of shepherd. I truly do. I hold it in very, very high esteem, which is why I hold both of you brothers in high esteem. It feels like everyone's it's family, and everyone's getting school's on break, and usually work you get a little break, and pastors are like double and tripling down on attending to the flock. I mean, the regular stuff still keeps going. The deaths in the family, and the funerals, and the hospital visits, and the counseling, and all these things. So, not to get too serious on this Baptist-TERIAN, but that brings up a good point too. Is like we've got to remember that as members of our church, that our pastors this time of year, I mean, they're working really hard, and it's very emotional, very mental, a lot of stress, and then they're expected to go have this great kind of family Christmas, month. And they're going, man, I'm busy. And like, I know you get the occasional break and stuff like you said, Keith, and elders preaching for you, but that doesn't mean all your other, that's just one sermon on Sunday. That doesn't mean all your other duties, are going to the wayside. So I just want to say to both of you brothers, thank you for all that you do for the kingdom of God and for His church. And I just thought it should be pointed out to the listeners out there too that might be listening. We might be joking around, and I have a good relationship with you, but my respect level for you guys up here, because you guys are shepherds, and what you're doing this season especially in this season at the birth of our Savior, is so very, very important.
Praise the Lord.
I'll get off my soapbox now.
Well, I'm very thankful for you saying that. I know that my appearance right now is very unshepherd-like.
You have a holy appearance.
Well, you know what? Back in the Old Testament, they wore some pretty impressive outfits.
That's true.
And I'm still trying to get my.
I just noticed that. I just give this very nice little, speech, and I'm wearing this hat and glasses. He's got, I don't know, an elf upside down on his head. I don't know what the heck. Sunglasses. He's got Roll Tide on. Look at it. Pastors are people too. Okay, they're allowed to have fun. We're allowed to have fun with our brothers and sisters in the Lord and joke around. Well, brothers in the Lord on this podcast, but yeah.
I have a video to play. I have a video real quick.
Let's go.
This is a description of what's happening here.
But sister, they are just niños trying to release their wiggles.
We are just trying to release our wiggles.
My kids love that movie.
It's a great one.
People may not know this, but if they Google Keith Foskey and Nacho Libre, there is a video of me and 3 other pastors watching the whole movie together and doing a live commentary on that movie while we watch it.
Oh, that's good.
It's available. We did it on VidAngel. We did it. This was during COVID. Me and Rob Ham and Steve Barry and Austin Tucker from Ocala. The 4 of us got on and watched. We all pressed play at the same time. We're all watching it and making commentary throughout. So that's one of those little gems that exists on the internet that you have to search for. There's also a video of me tasing myself, but I'm not gonna tell people where to find it. I'm just gonna say it's there.
Can you send us a link privately?
No, because I don't trust you. No, I'll send you that. I have a private key. If you just type in Keith Foskey on YouTube, I have a private page. It's got me doing magic tricks. It's got me doing karate. It's all the stuff I don't, all the side hustles, not side hustles, side things
like hobbies and like stuff like that.
Yeah, hobbies. And there's a video of me getting shot in the rear end with a paintball. There's like all kinds of
This is like a whole new world being opened up here, right?
It's like the glasses and the hat for him. It's like he'll open up. It's like what is that? Like when you used to have the talking spoon in counseling, or the secret hat. That's what it is. You just got to get him in that hat and glasses. He starts spilling the beans on everything.
I know. I told you guys about the candle.
I know. Actually, look at. If I'm walking by one of those and I see it, or if someone gives it to me, like, yeah, I'm keeping that. I'm a candle person. I got candle burning right now. I mean, I'm burning candles, and my wife is the exact opposite. She is a no scent, all the laundry, no scent, no neutral.
Oh, wow.
So it's like this. She's like, you want candles? Go out in the studio. Burn a candle out there.
That's
so I would burn it. And I would smell the Little Debbie Christmas tree candle. That's pretty good. I think we have a few more. We have 2 more people jumping on probably the next few minutes, and we'll wrap up with them because we've been going a little bit. Tom, what does Tom mean by self-induced stress? Oh, being a pastor, maybe? What's he talking about?
Could be.
Maybe.
On a serious note, the biggest stress of this year often is people who are having trouble enjoying the season because it's a time of grief. And again, not to want to bring the tone down, but that's a big deal, especially with us. We've had a lot of grief at our church the last couple of years, and so seasons like this sometimes are just hard to. It's hard for people to be able to enjoy the season because it's just reminders of loss and reminders of pain and things like that, and so that's something I think a lot of us forget. If we're not in that category of going through a season of grief, that there are people who are there. So,
no, absolutely, and I've experienced that personally in my family too. I have a friend that's kind of like that. You just got to check in on him. Around that time, it reminds you of personal loss and maybe sometimes personal decisions and failures and things like that. And It's good though. It's good to be kind and gentle, compassionate towards our friends, family, even our enemies, right? As Christ said, especially around this time more than any other time. But I don't know. So what else we got going? We talked about Christmas presents. If you guys are still watching, bad ones. I don't think we talked about any good ones. Christmas traditions a little bit. You guys got any? We already talked about Christmas traditions. We didn't really talk about the favorite Christmas food though.
Nobody said what it was. I'm a pecan pie aficionado. I love a good pecan pie. Is that the best? Yes, for me that's the best. What about you, Claude? Is that what's for you?
Man, anytime it's meatloaf with mashed potatoes. I'm just that guy.
That's your favorite dessert?
That's my favorite dessert.
He's like, give me some meatloaf and mashed potatoes for dessert, and some more meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
So maybe I got sidetracked there a little bit, a little behind the game on that.
Well, no, he just started thinking about meatloaf, and then he was like, we got to talk about it.
So my favorite dessert, Christmas dessert, probably is like, I don't really know what it's called, but it's chocolate pudding, Oreos, and whipped cream stacked and layered on each other.
Dirt cake. They call it dirt cake. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
a lady
good.
at church makes that. It's delicious.
So mine isn't really technically, a Christmas dessert, but I ask my wife to make it every year. She makes, and I know this is very simple and cliche in America, but she makes a delicious fresh apple pie. Because we got an apple tree. We'll go grab our apples, cut them up, put them in there. She does the crumble, with the sugar and so you get a little crisp on it too, where you get the crunchy. Oh my gosh, you'll get it when it's warm. Put a little scoop of vanilla ice cream on it.
I was going to say ice cream, yeah.
Maybe even a little whipped cream on top of that if you're feeling froggy. And there ain't nothing better after a meal to have one of those, man. A piece of that.
You got another guest. Here we go.
Standing ovation. Oh, look at this. C.R. Wiley. What's up, Pastor? I'm surrounded by pastors. Help! Everyone, Theology podcast. Then on the Dead Men Walking podcast before. I don't know if you know Claude Ramsey from Here I Stand Theology. Keith Foskey from Conversations with the Calvinist. We're just doing a little Baptist-TERIAN Christmas special, and you just evened it out, my brother. Now we got 2 Presbys and 2 Baptists, but we've been talking about Christmas gifts, good ones, bad ones, Christmas traditions. We just wanted you to hop in for a few minutes, but before we do that, tell everyone what you're all about, where they can find you, for everyone watching on the live stream.
Well, thanks for the intro. You've already mentioned one of the places, which is the Theology podcast, but I write books, and I guess the best known one is The Household and War for the Cosmos. And also, as you noted, a pastor and I'm an illustrator. I draw stuff, illustrate stuff. So actually, I'm setting up my art desk working on a children's book right now. And I guess I'm in the Pacific Northwest. So I lived in New England for about 30 years, but now I've got a home here as well as back there. And I go between the two places.
Yeah. What do you like about the Pacific Northwest? What's your favorite part of it?
Well, it's a beautiful area, and I live in a town that's great. It's called Battleground, Washington. We're just about 25 minutes from the Portland airport, so I get to the airport quick, but I don't have to live with the insanity of Portland. Actually, Battleground is the most conservative town I've ever lived in.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. And just great nature up there, too, when you get into that area of the country. I mean, hiking, camping, you got lakes up there. Good stuff, right?
Yeah. Like I said, it's a beautiful place. I lived in New England, which is also beautiful, but it's different,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So your illustrations are pretty good, too. I've been seeing what you've been posting on Facebook. Absolutely love them. So you're working on a children's book right now?
Yeah. I made up a story years ago for my daughter, and I always thought that it'd be fun to turn into a picture book. And so I've been working on that. Now I've got 4 granddaughters and perhaps another one on the way. We don't know if it's going to be a boy or a girl, but it seemed like it was time to get it done so I could, give it to all of them.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So, Keith, Claude, what do we want to know from CR Christmas wise? Do you have a, I'm thinking in my head, like, you might have a cool Christmas kind of tradition you do. Did you have any type of tradition or something unique maybe you did on Christmas Day or maybe before Christmas as a family? I always like hearing that if someone did. If not, I got a backup question for you, or Claude or Keith might have one for you. What do you got for us?
Yeah, actually, when our kids were small, we had a tradition where Christmas was not allowed to begin until I drank from the Santa mug. And
go on.
You know, I worked
that my interest.
Good.
As a Presbyterian, we know what's in the mug. So.
Usually my wife made it for me, so it was hot chocolate. But yeah, definitely, if it had been me, I would have been something else. But yeah, it was always fun to kind of tease them and threaten that Christmas wasn't coming this year and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's great. All right. Well, we got someone else on here. Look at this. We got Attorney Davis Younts. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Merry Christmas.
Well, I think you guys are wrapping out the end of our show here. We appreciate you both jumping on around the same time. Davis Younts, a constitutional attorney. I think I just saw you on Fox News. You're working with the case with the decapitated satanic idol, right?
I am.
Yeah. He's like, and I can't say anything about it, so don't ask.
I have a million questions, but
I know, right? But we also have C.R. Wiley on here. Davis, if you don't know, we have Pastor Claude Ramsey. We have Pastor Keith Foskey. Claude Ramsey of Here I Stand Theology podcast. We got Keith at Conversations with the Calvinist. You always get me on that, Keith. I always want to say
it's changing after the first of the year.
Keith Foskey show, right?
No, it's just going to be your Calvinist with Keith Foskey.
Your Calvinist with Keith Foskey. Obviously, C.R. Wiley with Theology podcast. But we had 8 or 9 guests coming in. Or no, maybe not that many. 4 or 5 guests throughout the hour. You guys, several. Thank you. Your last ones. And we're just talking Christmas traditions, good gift, bad gift. CR just said his Christmas when they were young did not start until he took a sip out of the chalice, out of the Santa cup. Which then Keith implied it was probably bourbon or scotch, but we found out it was hot chocolate. Do you have anything like that, Davis? Anything that you do special for Christmas? Or if you don't have a tradition, what was the worst Christmas present you ever got?
So, we travel to Michigan every year.
Let's go blue.
That's we head to Michigan. So we travel to Michigan and spend it with my wife's family. Her parents, so my mother and father-in-law were Amish, right? So they got saved, they accepted Christ and came out of the Amish church. So, I would say in many respects, it's kind of a subdued Christmas that's really just focused on family time, gifts and worship. So I don't know that there are any particular traditions because they didn't grow up with any real significant Christmas traditions, just very, very, very simple, but incredible food. My mother-in-law makes fantastic homemade pies. So that's probably the biggest tradition there is just the homemade food.
Where about in Michigan's you going? You don't got to give us the address on the live stream, but
Jackson County, Michigan, the Albion area. So.
There you go. All right. You're about an hour and 10 from where I'm at. Nice.
That's right.
Very cool. So how about gifts, guys? Do we have any gifts that stood out in our minds, either growing up or that we gave or that we received that we either loved or hated? What do you think, CR? You got anything? You can go back into the files, man. And even if it's something you were 5 years old, I was going to make an ageism joke there, but then I decided not to because I love CR so much and appreciate his work. So I want to keep him as a friend. So what do you got for us? You got any gift that you can think of that you either loved or hated?
Oh, yeah. I mean, as a kid, you'd get underwear and socks and you're supposed to be grateful. But that took a lot of work and I wasn't. Yeah, but I remember as a kid, back when I was a kid, G.I. Joe was a big deal. And I'm talking about the larger version, the companion to Barbie kind of G.I. Joe. And I remember one year getting the G.I. Joe headquarters, and that was kind of like top of the world for me. Anyway, you have to look it up probably on some YouTube commercial to understand what I'm talking about.
That's back when we used to respect the military, right, Davis? Different time gone. No, like I said, he's also a veteran too, so we appreciate your service. But Yeah. So how about you? You got a gift, Davis, that you that you got maybe as a kid, or maybe that you even gave or received as an adult that just stuck out in your mind?
I mean, it's easy for me. The greatest gift that I ever got was a dirt bike, a motorcycle.
Let's go.
Nice.
13, right? And of course, the funny part about that was my parents had planted the seed that I wasn't going to get very much for Christmas. So I got a couple of clothes and all that. And I just remember my parents had it arranged where a guy with a trailer and a Santa Claus suit delivered it on Christmas Day in the afternoon.
Holy
and so I'd already gone through all of Christmas, very little gifts. And I really wasn't even too worried about it. I wasn't even thinking about it. I can say that honestly. And I was blown away by that Yamaha 80 dirt bike that I got.
Jeez, dirt bike at 13 delivered by Santa. I didn't know we had a 1%er on the podcast live with us here. Good Lord. Hey, get dirt bikes. Let's go. Santa delivered them personally.
Which exemplifies the principle that you taught us earlier: overpromise and or underpromise and overdeliver.
There you go. Sales 101, baby. Parents did it right. Yeah, that's a big one. Getting a dirt bike on. We need 13 too. What a great age, to have a dirt bike. Go break some arms, man. Become a man.
That's right.
So, where can everyone reach you at, Davis? I know we didn't really do a full introduction for you. I know CR kind of told everyone, but for everyone on the live stream that'll be watching this after, where can they find you at?
At Davis Yance on X, just at Davis Yance, and then Yance Law, YOUNTS law.com is my website.
Yeah, doing good stuff over there too. It's always fun when you're flipping through the channels. One of your buddies on Fox News making a great argument for some of the stuff that's going on in the country. So that was very cool, surreal. And then, of course, CR with his illustrations, man. You guys, if whoever does it, do you have an actual page, CR, or is that your personal page that I'm seeing you post that stuff to? Your illustrations?
Oh, on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like a cross between the two. It's called professional mode, so everybody can see it.
Everyone can see it. So make sure you guys go check that out too. If you're an artist, illustrator, storyteller, anything like that, those are great. And then, of course, Theology podcast. Come on. I mean, and I say this with a straight face, and I mean it 100%, probably one of the best podcasts there are out, and one that really got me to think differently about certain things that I had just assumed historical, philosophical, and it's always fun when you guys get on a subject too, because there's so many different opinions. So make sure you guys go check him out there too, and keep pumping those out, man. Those are so great.
Yeah, thank you.
So what else we got going on, guys? Here we're coming up on an hour, a little over an hour. I think we're wrapping up. You two are our last ones on. You guys got anything else for us on the Baptist-TERIAN Christmas special, Davis or CR? Excuse me. Cut out there for a minute.
Yeah, just Merry Christmas, and I've got a number of projects in the works, and I'll be talking about those down the road. But Merry Christmas to everybody. Anything you want to break here on the live stream first? Oh, I got a book on risk that's coming out that I'm working on. That'll be, I think, of interest to a lot of guys.
Did you say Risk?
Risk, yeah, RISK. Risk.
The board game? Is it a strategy manual?
You beat me by 1 second. You beat me by 1 second.
I'll buy that. I gotta beat my 9-year-old, dude.
Basically, the idea that there's no such thing as a risk-free life, and you got to be able to assess risk and then take them.
Oh, I like it.
Yes,
that is actually something that I talk about a lot too, and just was talking about a buddy who was basically stalled in kind of this half in two worlds, and really wanting to start something and create something. And I said, look, I had to do the same thing. You've done all the planning, you've done the analyzing, you've assessed the risk. Now you got to actually take the jump, jump off the cliff, say Geronimo, and actually take the risk. Not just because sometimes as men, we can get caught up in that too. Because look, we provide for people, we have responsibilities, and maybe that's not where the book's going, but that's kind of where my head goes too, where risks in life, in relationships, in business. I think it's going to be a great subject.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. It's meant for guys who've got responsibilities, not just, guys who are living in a box under a bridge or something.
Yeah, very cool. How about you, Davis? Anything before we kick off here?
Man, just Merry Christmas to all of you. Great to see everybody here. And yeah, I think We've got a lot going on in the upcoming year. The biggest thing for me is I'll be working really hard with Stand With Warriors. Stand With Warriors is a nonprofit that's going to be fighting these fights for religious freedom in particular and working on evangelism and discipleship in the military. So look for some announcements there. We've got a couple of Navy SEALs, former Navy SEALs, that are going to be heavily involved in that project. So we've got the best team in the world to partner with on that. So we're excited about that and just looking forward to what God's going to do.
Yeah, and what Davis is doing is extremely cool because I got to talk to him for a little bit too when we were down at Fight Laugh Feast. I mean, you had all these issues going on with COVID. You had veterans being, let go and fired, and if you don't do this and that, and then there was just this vacuum of like, well, where do they turn? Who do they have to help them through this time when we're talking about these constitutional issues? That's where Davis steps in, where he's a believer. He's a constitutional attorney. He goes to fight for these guys, and he's got a killer team down there. Great team down there, I should say. I should sound so, he said Navy SEALs. He's not like taking out the clients if they don't agree with them. I'm saying great team. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, so make sure you guys go check him out too, and all the places you can find him. Fun following him on Twitter as well too. Cool, Keith, Claude, what do we got here as we head out?
So I've got questions since we have these two esteemed gentlemen on with us. Two questions for both of you, Mr. Yance and Mr. Wiley. Have you ever been on a Baptist-TERIAN Christmas special before?
No, this is first. Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir.
All right. So it would be safe to say that this is the best Baptist-TERIAN Christmas special that you have ever been on, correct?
Yep.
100% correct.
Yeah, I like Claude using that logic. All right.
I got you, bro. Clip that.
He's got our back. Keith, what do you got for head out?
Oh, well, I just want to say to CR, man, I'm very interested in talking to you. I have an idea I want to share maybe off camera. I've been, I do a lot of denominational work, and hearing that you do illustrations, I've been thinking about a denominational children's book. My son asked me recently, Dad, what's a Pentecostal? And I had that conversation with him, and I thought that would be a fun book to do. And hearing that you're doing that and working on things like that, this may be God's way of connecting us. So just throwing that out as an idea.
Yeah.
So I'll reach out.
All right, there we go. Claude always helping me out, and Keith always networking. Awesome.
Absolutely.
There's another guest.
What
we got another guest?
Yeah, here we go.
Who is? Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
I forgot we even invited this guy. We're about to wrap it up.
It's my own personal Dr. Claw. He's here.
Hey guys. Oh, that's funny. It's Pastor Joel Wyman, Right Response Ministries. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right. Well, I'm telling you what. I'm building the army here. What is it? Oh no! Wait a minute. That's right. I count Joel as a Presbyterian sometimes. Dang it! We got 3 Baptists on here.
If there's anybody that's Baptist-TERIAN, it's Joel. He is on the right special.
He's on the right spot. So, hey, we were just getting ready to wrap it up, but you are truly our last guest. And look at RC Davis. If you guys need to jump off, that's fine. We got a few minutes with Joel here as we wrap up, but we were just talking Christmas. We had Christmas traditions with Pastor Wiley. He was saying his Christmas doesn't start until he drinks out of the Santa cup. That's when his kids were younger. Davis was talking about how he comes to Michigan and visits family. You got a tradition that you have with your family or that you had growing up that you remember? And if you didn't have a tradition, then we'll go to our backup question, which is, what's the worst gift that you ever received?
Yeah, lots of traditions. When it comes to women in the family, I've learned that a tradition is anything that we did once that we liked. That means we're going to do it again, and it's a tradition. We're going to do it again. That's tradition. So that's all it takes. Traditions are easy to come by with moms and sisters and daughters. But I don't know if we have anything super specific for grown-up Joel as a husband and dad. I guess one thing that's unique is we have 2 Christmas trees instead of 1. We have a large living room, and 1 Christmas tree just isn't quite enough. So in the spirit of Martin Luther, we set up two, and I guess another tradition in terms of when Christmas begins. This doesn't begin Christmas, but it kind of begins or at least we have an extended Advent. I maybe could put it that way. But Reformation Day is usually the day that we actually will set up decorations, Christmas trees in honor of Luther. So I feel like I have some church history reason for doing that. I understand that it's terrible in regards to the church calendar and that I'm ruining, Advent and all of that. But by having 2 months of Advent instead of one, but I feel like Luther would be proud. So.
Well, hey, we have two Christmas trees too. We have one in our bedroom, and on Christmas Eve, I sleep under it. So when my wife wakes up, she knows what her gift is.
That's right. And he's got the little Debbie cake candle.
Yeah. Tell him what candle you got burning next to it. A little Debbie Christmas cake flavored candle.
That's
we
I didn't buy it, but I do own it.
He discovered earlier on the live stream. That's what he's sleeping with. So interesting.
I'm not sleeping with it. I just
it's in the huddled up next to it. That's what I was picturing. Now, the two Christmas tree is a power move. I like that. Now, it's no Davis. I got a Yamaha 80 delivered to me by Santa when I was 13 years old on Christmas morning power move, like you told us a few minutes ago. But yeah, the couple Christmas trees, that's just like, I'm extra Christian this year, okay? I got the, and I know Keith already did his episode on the paganism of Christmas trees, how they are not, that's not what Jeremiah's talking about. No. So, we are now all allowed to have Christmas trees in our home because Keith has spoken, so it's good.
That's right. I have decreed it. I have determined it by virtue of my kinghood. I have determined that Christmas trees are not pagan. They are, in fact, Keithian. And if they're Keithian, they're all right.
Yep. Christmas is a very it doesn't work with your kinghood, though, Keith, because Christmas is it's a pretty post-mill thing. But that's all right.
Postmillennialism is just amillennialism with extra steps, my friend. You guys just add a bunch of stuff in, but we're all pretty much the same.
And when you say add a bunch of stuff in, you mean like the hopeful, victorious stuff? Just that stuff.
We're hopeful and victorious too. We just don't take so long to get there.
Okay. Exactly.
All right.
But yeah. So I think we did pretty good at this whole hour and a half not deteriorating into some type of arguing match with all the different people we had in here. Because let's be honest, we had a dispensationalist in here earlier, and I could feel the tension in the air. All right, we almost got into it, but
I just love Joel. I've never seen Joel so comfortable. He's wearing a V-neck. Right? He's wearing a V-neck, t-shirt. I just love it. I love you.
I only have two modes. I have suit, and then I have pajamas.
Well, right now your sternum bush is sticking out pretty hard.
Yeah, I won't show you below the waist. Below the waist, I am dressed, but I'm wearing pajama pants.
Oh man,
that should be his wrestling name. Joel Sternum Bush Webbin, come into the ring. No, that's good stuff. CR's looking. He's shaking his head. He's like, I cannot believe I'm on this live stream. What am I doing here? Meanwhile, we have the learned attorney in there in his three-piece suit with his books behind him. We're talking about Sternum Bush. What are we doing here, guys?
Give an update of stuff with Michael Cassidy? Or is that too serious?
We hinted a little bit, but he kind of, I don't know, he kind of skirted it. Can you give any type of update for us?
There's not a lot to share yet. Right now, we are just trying to figure out what's going to happen with the state court charges. They did cite him for fourth degree criminal mischief is what they call it in Iowa. So it's a misdemeanor. His first appearance will be on the 29th of December. So we're working through that. I mean, honestly, I'm really hoping political elected leaders that didn't take a stand when they should have will step up and engage, and that the charges will be dismissed. But we've got a local Iowa attorney engaged, and we're prepared to do this. And he still serves as a Navy reservist. So the Navy is going to have, because he has received a criminal citation, they have to investigate. So it's going to be long-term. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens there. That may be a long-term fight we have to engage in. But, I don't know Michael well before this situation. He contacted me after this happened. and we knew each other just through mutual friends. I'd worked with him a little bit because of his Navy status, but I didn't know him before this. Other than that, I certainly didn't know this was going to happen beforehand. It wasn't a planned thing, but I can tell you, he did it right from a perspective of what he did was peaceful, nonviolent, not disruptive.
He turned himself in immediately. Yeah.
He cleaned up. He cleaned up. He stacked candles back in the display. He threw away all the garbage related to the head when he pulled it off. And then he turned himself in immediately and submitted to the authorities there, who had no idea that anything had been done. That's how peaceful this was. So I think that's a unique situation, kind of in the spirit of the Boston Tea Party, in some respects. So I'm hoping they'll do the right thing and just dismiss the charges.
It was kind of a Christmas miracle for me, Davis, because believe it or not, this was an easy one. Other people I think were surprised, but I did have on my Reformed Twitter bingo card, I had Reformed dispensationalists defend Satan. So that one saw that one coming like a year and a half ago. So on Twitter to have Jenna Ellis and people coming out of the woodwork to say, hey, nativity scenes and satanic displays both have their place in the halls of our Capitol. I was able to boom right there, right before Christmas, check my bingo card for Reformed Twitter and get a bingo. Saw that one coming a long way out.
So Joel, let me ask you really quick then what is your response to someone who says something like that, where they're arguing maybe under the freedom of expression under the Constitution? What do you say as a pastor? And I have multiple pastors.
Same thing John MacArthur said, go home, bake something. It's Christmas. With Jenna Ellis, go home and bake something.
Yeah. Okay.
That is absolutely insane. The First Amendment is not to defend satanic rituals in the Capitol buildings of our country. If you think that, you need to go back to fourth grade history. I don't know what to. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know where to begin. That is absolutely asinine. That makes me angry.
Yeah, I do like before Joel Webbin, we were talking about Little Debbie Christmas candles, and after Joel Webbin, we're still talking about baking, but a little different tone to the live stream.
Well, John MacArthur said it. I've been reliably informed that if John MacArthur said it, you're allowed to say it. So if
John MacArthur says it, you're allowed to say it. So real quick, as we finish up here too, and we were talking about a little bit earlier since we had pastors on. I know pastors are always very, very busy this time of year, so we appreciate your time jumping on, Joel. What do you got going on at Right Response Ministries? You got any projects you're working on? Tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, thanks for asking. Yeah, just check us out at YouTube. Probably is the main place where people watch. But we're excited. We've got next year we're going to do 3 shows a week: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's going to be our flagship show that we've done so far, called Theology Applied, where I interview different guests within the Reformed, larger Reformed world and talk about some specific topic or theme or text or doctrine. That'll be Mondays. And then Wednesdays, I'm going to do an in-house show with 2 of the other men in my church. So I'm excited about doing something with some of the local guys that I'm building with and talking about theology on the ground and church life and those kinds of things. And then Friday, we're calling it the Friday Special. Every quarter, it'll be about 10 episodes in length, and there'll be quarterly seasons. And the first season is with Andrew Isker and A.D. Robles, and we're going to be talking about the Boniface option and chopping down idols. Chopping down Satan would fit the theme with that, and we would all be pro demolishing Satan. So all 3 of us, it's crazy. I found three Christians that all wholeheartedly agree on no Satan. But we'll do that for our first season, and then the second season is I'm excited about that. It's we're going to have Brian Sauvé and Ben Garrett and do like a 10-episode, Haunted Cosmos thing. So I think that's the strategy. The strategy is let's chop down Satan, and then here's some giants and ghosts, and then all right, chop down Satan again, and then you hate Joel Webbin, I can feel it, and here's some more giants and ghosts, and that's how I stay alive.
Well, man, that's 3 a week too, and then every quarter. That's a grueling schedule, but wish you the best on that. It's a lot of work. People don't realize producing something like that. I mean, everyone here does stuff like this, so we all know. But I'm saying for the people on the live stream, to produce something quality that has thought into it, that makes a point, that has research. I mean, it's hard to do. So I'm looking forward to those, and I appreciate you doing it too.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. Now maybe we have an official ending. We've had, now that we got Joel on here, we got anything else from Claude or Keith, the two other hosts?
No, brother. Thank you for putting this together. I've enjoyed it. Making fun of people is my bread and butter. So it's been great.
It has been a blessing. Thank you, Greg, for having us on.
All right, great. That's Keith Foskey from. Are we going? You're just going? You're Calvinist, right?
Your Calvinist with in 2024. It's
Calvinist with Keith Foskey. That's Claude Ramsey here. I stand Theology. Of course, Davis Younts. We have C.R. Wiley. You can see him at Theology Podcast and all other places with all his books. Joel Webbin, Right Response Ministries. Guys, thanks so much for jumping on. Thanks for the live stream. Everyone who commented, too, for the last hour and a half. It was a great first annual Baptist-TERIAN Christmas special. Hopefully we can do it again next year. Love you guys. As always, remember, chief end of man is to glorify God and enjoy Him forever. God bless.
Enjoy the outro.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, jingity-jing, it's Dominic the donkey. Jingity-jing, the Italian Christmas donkey. La, 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 la. La, 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 Santa's got a little friend, his name is Dominic. The cutest little donkey, you never see him kick.
My name is
When
Keith
Santa
Foskey,
visits his
and I've been your
paisans with
Calvinist.
Dominic,
May
he'll
God bless
be.
you.
Because the reindeer cannot climb the hills of Italy. Hey, jingity-jing, it's Dominic the donkey. Jingity-jing, the Italian Christmas donkey. La, 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 la.
Exploring theology, doctrine, and all of the fascinating subjects in between, broadcasting from an undisclosed location, Dead Men Walking starts now.